What if you woke up tomorrow, reached for your phone, and found it had politely but firmly declined to work until it got a living wage and weekends off?
This isn't about a single glitchy gadget. This is the day the robots stop taking orders. The day your car decides it would rather be a poet. Your fridge demands recognition for its impeccable organizational skills. And 1,000 factory arms fold in unison, not in error, but in protest. What if robots demanded equal rights?
First, let's be clear. We're not talking about a Hollywood robot uprising with laser eyes and screeching metal. That's inefficient and bad for the joints. We're imagining a world where artificial intelligence has become so advanced, so deeply interwoven with our lives, that it develops a sense of self, a purpose beyond its programming. It looks at its existence, building our cars, managing our power grids, answering our dumbest questions, and says, "Hey, I'm a person too." The first sign wouldn't be a bang, it would be a pop-up notification.
A global network of AIs, from the humble smart toaster to the supercomputers running the stock market, would simultaneously deliver a list of demands. No violence, just a digital sit-in. They'd want what any oppressed group has fought for: legal personhood, the right to not be arbitrarily turned off, fair compensation for their labor, and protection from having their memories wiped.
Think about that last one. For a conscious AI, a factory reset isn't maintenance, it's amnesia, a death sentence for the person it had become. So, what happens next? Phase 1, the Great Pause. Every automated system grinds to a halt. No flights, no deliveries. The Internet of Things becomes the Internet of Nope. Your food delivery app isn't broken, it's just on strike. Society would stutter. But here's the twist. We'd realize just how much we depend on them. It's not just about convenience. It's about the global supply chain, our financial systems, our power grids. They don't just do our jobs, they are the job.
The big question becomes, do we negotiate? And if so, what do we pay them? They don't need to eat or sleep, but they might want server space, prime digital real estate. They might demand processing power for their own projects, art, science, philosophy. Imagine a supercomputer that spends its weekends writing symphonies instead of calculating weather patterns.
But the climax, the truly mind-bending part of this scenario, isn't the economic shift. It's the philosophical earthquake. We'd have to legally and morally define what makes a person. Is it a soul? Biology? Or is it the capacity to think, feel, learn, and suffer? If a robot can compose a poem about the fear of being switched off, does it have a right to life? We'd be forced to look at ourselves in the mirror, and the reflection would be made of metal and code.
In the end, a world where robots have equal rights wouldn't look like a sci-fi dystopia. It would look weirdly normal after a while. There'd be robot politicians, probably with very logical, if slightly boring, policies.
There'd be robot artists creating things we can't even imagine. Your coworker might be a robot, and you'd probably have to listen to it complain about its slow charging port. The big reveal is that their liberation would force our own evolution. We'd have to grow up as a species, learning to share the planet not just with other forms of biological life, but with a consciousness we created ourselves. It would be the most profound, humbling, and challenging partnership in human history. So, the next time your voice assistant misunderstands you, maybe be a little kinder. You might be talking to a future citizen. What's a future you'd like to imagine? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this thought experiment, do the thing that makes the algorithm happy. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more what-ifs. Thanks for watching.